Okay, hi everyone, welcome. This is a short 10-minute full body practice. Will just help mobilize through the whole spine and just bring a little bit of energy and movement to the body for those mornings when actually doing a full practice feels a bit tough. Maybe you even want to be doing this in bed. The whole thing is going to be reclined. And then afterwards you can just lie back down again if it feels like that's what you need. Or you can use it just to give yourself a gentle but really effective start to the day. So we're going to start on our backs. Just bring your feet about mat width apart. Maybe bring the arms out to the sides if that feels comfortable. And just bring your feet up onto the heels, toes pointing up towards the ceiling or the sky in my case. And then gently start to drop the knees towards each other and rock them away from one another. And you probably won't be going very far if this is first thing in the morning. You're just starting to gently wake up and mobilize through the hip joint. Just starting to activate all the tiny little muscles in the hips and around the hip joint. Starting to bring a little bit more ease into the hips at the start of the day. Maybe start thinking about your breath, breathing into your diaphragm, into your belly if you can. And let's bring the feet back closer together. That hip width apart, closer to your bottom. Bring the arms down at your sides. You can have palms down or palms up, your choice. Just tucking those shoulder blades underneath you. And let's just start to lift the hips just up into a little bridge. Don't need to go very far. And rolling back down again. Let's take that a few more times. Just going as high in your bridge as feels comfortable for you. We're just waking up the pelvis and the low spine here. Pressing the feet into the surface beneath you to lift up, letting your hips be really heavy on the way down. Take a couple more. And then let's settle the hips back on the mat. Just point the arms and the feet up towards the ceiling and just take them in some circles, circling through the wrists and through the ankles, and then going the other way. Notice a slight engagement through your core here, a little bonus. Okay, let's bring the feet back down to the mat. And we'll just bring the right ankle over the left knee. And then just, if you would like, start to draw that left knee in closer, maybe holding in front of the shin or at the back of the thigh. It doesn't have to be too close, just enough to feel that stretch through the outside of the hip and the glute. You could rock side to side. You could loosen away and bring back close to you. See what feels like a nice stretch for you this morning. Just keeping the head, the neck, the upper back really relaxed. And plant that left foot down and then just drop your right foot down to the side. So your left knee and left hip are in contact with the floor beneath you or your bed. The right foot is down on flat next to you. You might want to shuffle that up, maybe take hold of the ankle with your left foot, or you can even use your right hand just to push that knee away from you. Just getting a nice IT band stretch and a slight twist through the low back, through the outside of the hip. Take a couple of breaths here. And then use your glutes, use your tummy to bring that leg back up, and we'll just change sides. So bringing the left ankle over the right knee, drawing it in as far as feels comfortable. Maybe a little rock, side to side, just easing into that hip. Maybe you just want to take it away from you and draw it back in a few times. Not necessarily expecting the same experience on both sides. One may be tighter, one may be looser than the other. And let's drop that right foot down and bring the left foot down. The right leg is on contact with the mat. I'm just taking hold of my left ankle with my right hand, allowing that little bit of a twist, bit of an IT band stretch, breathing into the outside of that left leg. And then lifting back, coming back up to center, bringing both feet side by side. Now let's bring that right knee in closer to the chest and stretch the left leg away. And just flex through that foot as if you're pressing the heel away from you. So you get a nice stretch through the front of the quad. And we're just going to use the left hand to gently guide the right knee part of the way over, like you're doing a little twist, and then rolling back again, knee to chest. So just about a halfway twist. My hip is lifting up, my shoulders are staying down as much as possible. You'll start to feel this maybe through the thoracic spine, the mid-spine as well. And now let's just take it a little bit further, just until you can maybe bring your tiptoes down. Just hold this twist for a couple of breaths. And coming back to center. Let's release that right leg down, stretch it away from you, flexing through the foot, bringing the left knee in, just squeezing it in, feeling that nice stretch through the front of the quad, and then using your right hand, again, little half twists here. Just bringing the knee part of the way over and then rocking back again. Feeling into the low back, feeling into the mid back, and keeping your breath going. And let's just bring that twist all the way over now, just until your tiptoes. Maybe you can go a little bit further. Reach onto the bed or onto the floor beneath you. Left arm is out, left shoulder blade still coming down in contact with the surface beneath you. Breathing into your abdomen even though it's a little bit compressed here. One more nice big breath here. And then calming back. And this time we're going to roll over all the way onto our fronts. Forearms in front of you, shoulder blades drawing back, head up, little sphinx, just for a moment, looking ahead of you, just feeling through the upper back. And then just bring the left arm out to the side, bringing the left ear down to the mat or down to the bed, using the right hand to press into the surface so that you can roll yourself onto the left hip. And maybe you want to tuck your knees up here. You can keep that right hand in front of you for support, or you can bring it towards your low back. Breathing through the front of the chest and the left shoulder. Relaxing the neck, the head, the low body. And if you'd like to take this a little bit further, start to lift up that top leg, reach for the foot, and taking hold of that foot, just kick the foot into that hand, pulling back a little bit, feeling a nice stretch through the front of the right shoulder, the chest, the front of the right quad. Don't need to go very far to feel a stretch. Take one more big breath here. And just let that go. Let the right knee come back down. Roll back onto your belly. Coming back into Sphinx pose just for a moment. Looking ahead, pulling the shoulder blades back. And then let's stretch the right arm out to the side. Dropping the right ear pressing with the left hand to roll onto that right hip, maybe tucking the knees up, maybe bringing the left arm back behind you, finding your breath. And if you want to take it further, lifting up that left foot, taking hold of it with the left hand, gently drawing back, taking that foot into the hand to pull back the shoulder, open the chest, open the quad. One more big breath. And then bringing that leg down, rolling back onto your tummy, and finding your Sphinx position again. Nice long spine. Let's now bring the forehead down towards the mat or the bed. Bringing the arms out in front of you and the legs behind you about hip width apart. We're going to lift the right arm, left leg and head, feeling a nice long stretch from fingers to toes. And then coming back down, and let's go to the other side. Left arm, right leg and head, long stretch. And coming down, twice more on each side. So using the glutes, using the shoulder blades, activating through the whole of the spine, getting as long as possible. Take a little breath. We're just going to take it one step further. So lifting up the head, the arms and the legs, and then draw the shoulder blades back and at the same time squeeze the legs together. Bring the legs apart, arms forward and down twice more. Lifting up like a star shape, shoulder blades together, legs apart, arms forward and down. Just once more. And just make a little cushion for your forehead with your hands, rocking your hips from side to side for a moment. Let's bring the left hand underneath your forehead, stretching the right hand back, taking hold of the right foot, but keeping that right knee down onto the mat, just gently pulling that right foot in towards the glute, stretching the knee away from you, drawing up the pelvis, little quad stretch. And let's let that go, just switch to the other side. Left hand back, take hold of the left foot, keeping the left knee down, thinking about length, drawing up the pelvis, pressing the knee away. And just letting it go. Let's bring the hands on either side of the chest, pressing up onto knees, bringing big toes together, knees as wide apart as feels comfortable for you this morning. Walking the hands forward, forehead down. You could even just make a little pillow again with your hands if you want, or stretching the arms out in extended child's pose. Taking a few slow breaths here into the low back. And when you're ready, just pressing the hands into the mat to slowly curl up. And from here, you could just settle yourself back down on your back, in the bed. Alternatively, if you're wanting to wake up now and start to move around, just stay kneeling for a moment, doing a little check-in and seeing how you feel, and just giving yourself thanks that even with low mood, low energy, you're not feeling well. You gave yourself a little bit of movement today. I hope you enjoyed this practice. Thank you for practicing with me, and I'll see you next time.